Hello everyone and welcome back to ICBM with me, Firefly Gaming, and today we're going to be playing as South Africa. And the strategy that I kind of want to go for is missile silos and missile trucks. And I wanted to go for that kind of dual missile loadout there. I'm not quite sure exactly what we're going to go for in terms of actual warheads, but I wanted to play a really static game, like nothing moving around, but having two options for the strike capabilities. Now, I do have a couple of mods involved here. The first of which is the Naval Air Base, and the second of which is the Coastal Missile Battery. Now, these guys are pretty cool. They pretty much will allow us to fight against ships. They are mods. They're really cool mods. So pretty much I want to base everything off of land. No ships, maybe not so many planes, but missiles, and, you know, a couple more missiles, you know? A few more missiles. So we're going to go with some, you know, basic things here in terms of production right away. And then for our research, you got to know that we're going to go for some of these more advanced things like advanced long wave and short wave, because radars are what help us survive. Now, I chose South Africa, sorry, not South Africa, South America, for no real particular reason. We should probably go to alliances and try and get the United States to join us. And we'll see if they actually do that. We are going to go ahead and put some stuff here. Hey, we got that. Perfect. Radar. Cool. Research. No. Okay. Let's wait for the third guy there.
Alliance formed.
You're up, Russia. Any of you guys want to get in on this? Now, one thing that we are going to have trouble with is protecting our cities that are over here on the coast. It's honestly just going to be pretty hard. No, I wanted Europe to join our alliance, dang it. I think I messed that up. But having all these cities, especially bigger ones that are over on the coast,
Research complete.
Well, it's actually going to be pretty difficult to keep protected, and I'm not really looking forward to having to try and hit that kind of stuff, or keep that kind of stuff super duper protected like that. I would love it, however, if Europe would join our pact here. Now, South America does have some pretty large and open spaces here with lots of area. It's a mess, really. It's just a mess. And not having any gaps in our radar coverage is going to be pretty important. Now, satellites are going to be very important for us. Because that will allow us to see other places. But we do want to get to ICBMs relatively quickly, so let's go for ICBMs, and let's go with some mobile SAMs after that. So there we go. Some more radar coverage would be very lovely. I really wish that we didn't miss that vote. Now, in our last game, we actually did end up not having much of an alliance because everybody kind of jumped out of it. And we ended up with just us and being alone against three size alliances. It was not a fun time, let me tell you. So right now I'm just trying to beef up our SAMnet because we do have a lot of cities over on the coast, and without much of a deterrent, there's not much that we can really do.
Production complete.
There's our production done. There's an African battle fleet. Now here is where we are going to make a whole bunch of these coastal missile batteries in order to go all around our base here. Or not our base, but our coastline. Now these guys are going to take a hot second to get started, but it should be pretty effective. Now here's where we're going to test it out. And as you can see, it does have a little bit of a unique range, to say the least. Trying to fit her in there. Right there should be fine. And if that African battle fleet comes within range, it should go and knock them out of the park, hopefully. That's the goal. Here's another one. Let's put it over there in Cuba. And maybe we'll see it in action. There we go, and look at it go. We're going to go ahead and put one here in Central America, kind of towards the Mexico area with the Yucatan. And there we go. It doesn't seem super duper effective right off the bat, but hey, that's okay, because we are, you know, slowly doing some improvements here. And having these coastal batteries is going to be incredibly important. But now we're striking at the carrier group. There we go. Slowly but surely, we are going to whittle those guys down. But yeah, having these coastal batteries are going to be an interesting dynamic since they aren't present in the base game. And I think they're going to be pretty cool. I don't know if the AI utilizes them that much. It would be awesome if they did. Don't know if they do. We're going to put one right down there on the end, just in case somebody gets a little uppity. Looks like something's in North America. Oh, looks like here's some more SAM sites. For a second I thought it was another coastal defense battery. But yeah, we're really spread out here, and I'm not a huge fan of that at all. Because I know that the AI loves to use MIRVs, they like to use SSBN MIRVs especially, which makes it very, very hard to catch those things before they hit your cities. I just wish it was a little bit easier to catch those kinds of things. But, I mean, we gotta do what we gotta do. Hopefully we'll be able to get a decent SAMnet up and running. But it's all going to be about that first strike capability and kind of protecting some of these inner cities with a defense in depth if possible, when possible, and making sure that we have our SAM sites as close up to the edge as possible, so that way it gives us a better range on defense. And I am putting in a little bit of redundancy with these radars, because radars tend to get hit pretty quickly, and without eyes you can't hit anything. So I'd rather have some overproduction of those than not. Now we are going to go with a bunch of SAM sites, like a crazy number of SAM sites here. And that's perfectly okay with me. Having more SAM sites is not going to hurt us whatsoever. And we might as well go for some more of those coastal missile batteries as well, just in case we do get some funny business. We don't like the funny business, but just in case. Yes, Europe, please join the alliance and let's share some research. Please? Dang it. Alright, one more time. Share research. Supported. Perfect. So now hopefully we will have all of that extra research, which will be awesome. Specifically, let's go check. I don't think that I got ABMs. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I don't know. North America is doing SSBNs. Europe is doing ICBMs. Okay, so pretty useless to us for right now, but hey, what can you do? Let's get some more SAMs out there. Doing our best here to protect our larger cities from incoming attacks. I feel like we definitely need some more over here in Cuba and stuff like that, in case the United States ever feels funny. Having all of these SAMs will help in defending that. We definitely need some more around Bogota. So we'll get those up there.
Research complete.
Maracaibo could do some more as well. So we will move along right along with that. Now this means that we can get some missile silos. So we're going to get about 10 of those up and running. Up and running, up and running. Which will be excellent. And we're going to kind of deploy those right there, smack dab in the middle of our production line there. We do need to get some over-the-horizon radars sooner rather than later, so that's probably going to be our next stop on the research tree. There we are. I'm liking our SAMnet a little bit more. I think it could use some more in depth, but the problem is our cities are all up on the coast. Ah, research is done. So next up on the docket is over the horizon radar. And then after that comes satellites. Because again, those satellites, very, very importante when it comes to our strategy of being almost completely static, because technically all of these missile defense batteries and such, they can, you know, they can go wherever they want, whenever they want. Well, that's true yet not true, because I'm not going to be moving them. I'm going to be treating them like they're static structures. So those ICBM trucks, well, they're going to be static objects to me. I'm not going to be abusing the definitions, so to speak. I'm going to be playing it fair. We're trying to go for a static structure playthrough here. I'm not sure how it's going to turn out, but it will be fun. It'll definitely be fun. And we do have some more of these coastal batteries up and running, which I think is doing good things. Good things. So hopefully, I'm thinking that we'll have a pretty solid coastal defense up and running here, to where we can't get any intruders via the sea. many more we got? Just a few more. Thinking we're okay on the coastal defense, but then again, you never know. So might as well have extras than have too little, you know? Next up, though, is all of our missile silos, so there is that. Last one. Where do we have a big gap? Probably right here. That works. Now, after those missile silos, we're going to go ahead and do
Research complete.
Couple of those over-the-horizon radars. And, well, we should probably produce some warheads eventually, but not yet. Should we go for some aircraft? I think not. I think a space radar would be pretty good. Maybe a couple of them. Maybe a couple space radars. Alright, so now it's time for the missile silos. Getting those up and running, and of course we have to get some more SAM sites to help protect those guys. Let's go ahead and speed it up a little just to get a little bit more time under our belts. What I'm hoping is that the AI doesn't kick it off anytime soon, because we are not ready whatsoever. we just simply are not ready to kick this thing off. But that will definitely be done in the next episode. So far, we have been producing and cruising. And it looks like North America is doing ABM, Europe is doing boosted fission. So we're going to be good on that front. Now, you may be wondering, Firefly, why are you putting all your things in one place? Isn't that just a recipe for disaster? And, you know, I would have to agree with you. It is most of the time. But what I'm thinking is if I can layer those SAMs just in a ring or two around it, then they can't be touched. Now, obviously, we do have the fact that our population centers are not there in the middle. Therefore, we can't be like Russia, who can just chill with all of their SAM sites right there in the middle. But hopefully, you know, we can circle up the wagons. However, I think that is a good place to leave this first episode. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.